Hello everyone, this is a brief video intro of James Pikul's lab. Our lab is inside this nice looking building called the Science Center for Nanotechnology. Now we are in the Science Center. Before I introduce you guys our lab, I will give you some brief introduction about Science Center. Behind this yellow color glass, it is a huge clean room which has a lot of facilities for nanofabrication, including LD, PVD, laser machining, lithography room, etc. And now we are on the basement. And the purpose of basement is for sample characterization. It has a lot of TEMs, SEMs, and AFMs. And this is a sample preparation room. People use this room to prepare their samples for SEM, TEM, and AFMs. For example, now you are looking at a SEM, and there is a student working on it to look at some nanostructures. Now we are on the third floor, and I think this is the most beautiful area in the Science Center. This is a conference room, and people use this conference room to share their ideas, their thoughts, and their recent research progress. And on the back side of this conference room, through these giant windows, we can see a very beautiful view. This is Penn campus, and this is a main street called Walnut Street. Okay, so it's time to introduce our lab. And basically, our lab has two parts. This is one part is lab, another part is office. And this is our small office. Yeah, this is a career. And now we're inside the lab. And our lab is kind of like a very diversified lab because people working on different areas. For example, some people work on batteries, some people work on software materials, software robotics, and some people work on material synthesis and mechanical testing of different materials. I'm going to give you some brief intro about the device that we have in our lab, and you can see here there are a lot of different ovens. This is a two furnace for material synthesis, and this is a film hood. So basically people do some toxic experiments inside the film hood. At the bottom of the film hood, there are two cabinets for chemical storage, and at the back side of the film hood, it is a bench that for people to test batteries, and there are some potential states. And people use it a lot for different stuff. For example, battery testing, material characterization, and sometimes people synthesize new material and use electrochemistry method to test their performance. And here is a very high resolution microscope. And beside the microscope, this bench is mainly for software material synthesis. And there is a 3D printer, and people use this to print some basic parts for their research. And this is a rack of waste containers, and because we are using a lot of chemicals, so we have to dispose of them properly. And we have a refrigerator for storing chemicals and has a freezer to do some low temperature work. This is a ultra pure water system, and here we have a very tiny mechanical testing device, because this one is so tiny so that we can put it inside the SEM chamber to do some in situ mechanical testing, and we can compare it to my hands. It is very small, but it is also very precise. And basically you put your samples between these two grips, and it can compress or do some tensile loading. And this is a public bench. People use this bench to do different works. And this is a syringe pump. And we have some power station and a very high resolution multimeter. Beside it, it is a bench for electrical plating purpose. And as you can see here, Zachariah is working on his metal healing project. So basically you use electrochemistry method to heal metals, which can recover the metal strength to more than 100%. And at the back side, you can see another film hood. The reason why we have two film hoods because people use chemistry a lot for their works, and this is a sonicator. And beside this film hood, it is a area for some battery work, and people use this area to prepare battery parts. And this is some device, and this is a centrifuge. And as I say, this is a ultra pure water system. And above this bench, there are a lot of storage space for chemicals. And this is another cabinet for chemical storage. At the back side of our lab, it is a space designed for glove box. Now we are buying another glove box, so in the future we will have two glove box, and this is a glove box. Our postdoc Shujun now is working on some battery stuff. Glove box provides you an environment with very low oxygen and very low humidity. Okay, thanks for watching, and if you are interested, please go to our website for more information about our lab.